I didn't even know I was pregnant. We should have probably started there. I mean, I knew before the delivery date. I didn't I didn't show up at the hospital like, my tummy hurts. But I didn't know for a while. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't know for a while. And then people are like, how did you not know? Well, that's what happens when your weight fluctuates. Nobody talks about this. But my weight went up and I was like, oh, I'm fat again. Like, I wasn't mad about it. I was like, who's thick? You thick? Ow. Like, I was like... My thighs got bigger. I was like, I'm about to change some lives. And then I went to a doctor and he was like, nah, that's a person. Like, what's wrong with you? It's a whole baby. I was like, that's a foot? I thought that was gas. That's wild. You sure? Check again. I ate some cheese earlier. You might see a block of brie. That looks like a foot. But it was a whole baby. Freaked out, I'm not gonna lie. But as soon as I saw that first ultrasound, I was sold. That was it, I was sold, man. And I had a great pregnancy. I had no complications, no morning sickness, and all my girlfriends who had kids were like, must be nice. I was like, it was. I can't help it if I'm God's favorite, man. Pick a God, any God. I'm a favorite across the board, man. I thought about it, but I'm also a person that has anxiety. So, if you have anxiety, you know you're going to spiral no matter what. And when things go good, you're just waiting for something bad to happen. Anxiety is a terrible trap that we get caught up in. Because here I was having the most beautiful pregnancy, and all I kept thinking was something's going to go wrong. Something's going to go wrong. And sure enough, I thought of something. Because you think hard enough, you're going to create a problem. And right away, I was like, oh, I know what it is. I didn't know I was pregnant for a while, and I'm a weed smoker. And I was like, maybe my baby's a little too relaxed. I panicked, immediately went to the doctor. And I was so afraid. I was so afraid to tell the doctor. I thought I was gonna get arrested. I was like, I'm about to orange is the new black this whole pregnancy. I was ready to get locked up. I told the doctor, I was like, hey doc, I don't know how to tell you this, but I didn't know I was pregnant for a while, and I'm a weed smoker. And he was like, me too. What are we talking about right now? He's like, you got a plug? Sir. We ran a bunch of tests. Everything was fine. Thankfully, everything was fine. Yeah, everything was fine. But that never stops the spiral. The spiral was gonna happen whether or not everything was fine. Because I was spiraling. And when you spiral, there is no rationale in it. You know, you have no ability to stop yourself from going to the craziest lengths when you spiral. And I was like, oh my God, I was going crazy. I was like, I'm gonna go to push, and the room's gonna fill with smoke. Just like a Snoop Dogg video. My son comes out like, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was a silly one, but we all went with it. Everything was fine. I'll tell you something, man. Giving birth during the pandemic was wild. It was wild, man. They ushered us all into this, all the pregnant women into this one room. We didn't all arrive at the same time. But they ushered us all into this one room and then separated us by curtains. And it's my first kid, so I was like, this seems legit. I'm sure those are special pandemic curtains. The first minutes of motherhood are chaos. Chaos, absolute chaos. And everybody has a different emotional reaction. Everybody has a different feeling. Immediately, I went protective. Immediately, I was looking at my son and I understood why parents would go to prison for their kids. I used to think that was crazy. I used to think that was extreme. And then looking at my son, I was like, nope. In a heartbeat. I was like, man, if the cops ever came looking for him, I would say I did it. I would. Or I would tell them I haven't seen him because I ain't no snitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do my baby like that. Just open the door and be like, I haven't seen him in 6 I need the accent to sound innocent, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm Puerto Rican, but from the Bronx, so I can't just like open the door and be like, nah, son, I ain't seen him in a hot minute. I told him it's on sight when I see him though, dead ass, bro. The cops would be like, we're gonna arrest you anyway. She talks like a rapper. I was looking at him, man, I was holding him in my arms, and I remember thinking this baby could do no wrong, man. He could grow up, move away, forget about me, move back home, stab me, I don't care. I would be like, wipe your fingerprints off the knife. Tell them I did it to myself. Boys will be boys. That was just the first couple of minutes, man. First couple minutes. But a week of having a newborn in my house. I called my mom. And I was like, I'm sorry for everything I ever did. I was on the phone with her like, this baby's a He bit my boob the other day. No, he made eye contact. He did it on purpose. I hate it here. I want to go home.